Let the journey to Frozen 2 continue with Disney's Treasure Planet, a 2002 American animated science fiction action adventure film produced by Walt Disney Feature Animation and released by Walt Disney Pictures on November 27th, 2002. What's good? It's Boy Dude Reviews, and today we're going to review the 43rd Disney animated feature film in the Disney canon. The film is a science fiction adaptation of Robert Louis Stevenson's adventure novel Treasure Planet, and it was the first film to be released simultaneously in regular and IMAX theaters. It is at least the second retelling of the story in an outer space setting, following the 1987 Italian miniseries Treasure Planet in Outer Space. It employs a novel technique of hand-drawn traditional animation in 2D set atop 3D computer animation. The film was co-written by, co-produced and directed by Ron Clements and John Musker, who you all know and love from The Little Mermaid and other great Disney flicks, and who had originally, pitched the concept for the film at the time they had pitched another Disney animated feature, The Little Mermaid. Treasure Planet featured the voices of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Brian Murray, David Hyde Pierce, Martin Short, Russell Lee Brown, Emma Thompson, Lorena Metcalf, and Patrick Magoon in his final role. The musical score was composed by James Newton Howard, while the songs were written and performed by John Rzeznik. Despite positive critical reception, it failed dramatically at the box office, costing $140 million to create while earning $38 million in the US and Canada and just shy of only $110 million worldwide, And yeah, Disney really were not. They were not doing too well at this time. Yeah, like their 2D animation was just it really was, failing at the time. But I mean, at the time of this release, this film was kind of like, up against Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Die Hard Another Day, and Disney's own film, The Santa Claus 2. And yeah, it really, really was the most expensive flop at the time. And because of this flop, they cancelled any sequels and any plans or anything at all. But what is this film all about? Well, an animated tale of a restless teen who journeys across the universe as a cabin boy aboard a spaceship. He discovers that a trusted friend is actually a scheming pirate with immunity on his mind, but can the teen boy save the day? Well, you gotta find out to understand. And let's talk about the good of this film. And what comes to mind is how they managed to adapt traditional animation with CG animation. Now, the backgrounds in this, I'm gonna say the majority of when the cameras sweep around, when they want to really have establishing shots, they use CGI, and they really do use it to its effect. I really did like how they don't use it all the time. Most of the scenes have 2D backgrounds, but I like how some of the character designs are 3D, considering that robot as well. That one robot character was completely computer animated, but it was rendered in a way to make it look toony in a way, which I quite liked, and yeah, I really did like it. I absolutely loved the character design of Captain Amelia, this anthropomorphic cat who was voiced by Emma Thompson. I thought that was a really great character, and I really did like the teen boy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt did a really great job with this character, and just the visual look of it was just a beautiful, looking film, I liked the cinematography in this film. It looked gorgeous, a lot of sweeping shots, a lot of nice motion, and just a really all-out fun flick, I would say that it's not the most engaging movie of all of Disney, I don't feel like the story hooks me as much, it doesn't grab me to the core as other Disney films do, It's kind of predictable at times, it is a little bit predictable, you've got Jim and John and Jim's kind of relationship, that father-son bond, where he's kind of he's using him to get what he wants, but then he starts to realize, oh, maybe, this kid's not so bad, and he starts to feel guilty, and he, It's just all that basically. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say about this film. It's not a Disney film I really want to bang on about, you know. It's just, it's a fun ride, and I suppose it failing at the box office was kind of like the beginning of the downfall of that traditional animation in a way, you know. Like, the look of it was beautiful, but people just, I don't know, I suppose they weren't so invested at the time, you know. And I suppose at the time there were other films to watch, you know, but wow, did it bomb. It really bombed. That's sad. That's really sad. And I'm gonna give this film a 6 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a B. Go check it out. It's not a bad flick, but thanks for watching this review. Please like and share this video and comment down below and tell me what's your favorite Disney flick. With that said, thank you for watching. As always, Boarded Review signing out.